Well, Kingsley, you went on to say in the article that we're so behind in terms of education, employment, social cohesion, and crime control. So the 60 years, we have seen a decline, especially in crime.
Yeah. I again, even the approach, even the approach to fighting crime,
Yes.
it that is when you think about it, it's crazy because the crime that you see manifesting in the streets is really just as a result of what it is that's taking place. Yeah, go down at the end.
Yes.
Yeah, the crime that you see taking place in the streets is really just as a result of sometimes neglect and not paying attention to everybody.
Yeah. Another
So
thing.
yeah, some people when the
Yeah.
people at the top are right, them
Yes.
have a tendency to not care about the people down at the bottom, and that
Oh,
only sets you up
yes.
for a coup,
And
so to speak.
yeah, and another thing he said is what has caused us not to really achieve the level of development and social cohesion, which is very critical, is that the political leadership, they think in terms of 5 year cycle. Do you agree with
Yeah,
that,
well,
Kevin?
it is something that they've talked about for years in terms of you guys just come up. It is something that they talk about for years in terms of a shorter term will be, will hold people accountable.
Wow.
But for some reason, when people have long terms and all that kind of stuff, the people that are in power,
Yes.
them say them straight get in.
Wow.
The people that are waiting to get in as soon as them get in, then
So
just take care of them friends.
yeah. So, Kevin, which sector do you believe we have excelled in? And which are those we
Which
failed
centers
to?
do I believe we've excelled in?
Yeah, and those we have failed.
Hi.
Yeah. How,
Well,
I know, in terms of athletes, in terms of sportsmanship, or, we've excelled. We have excelled. I don't know if I can say that we have excelled. Kevin, man.
Yes,
Oh my God, Kijani, come on, me up, my boy. Oh my God, what a wonderful surprise.
I figured he's leaving, so we might as well come because if today is not the day, then it's not gonna happen.
Oh,
Because
and look how it turn, man. Look how it turn big.
oh, he's
All muscle up. Oh my God.
Yes, ma'am.
But me not see no bruises span him. Me never bothered to beat him up.
No, me don't bust up here.
Oh, yeah, that Kijana. You miss a bus mouth.
Yeah, he miss
You
it.
did? Oh dear.
I would have dust him out, but
Him, not true. The love that you have for him, it just,
give him a small break.
you give him a small break.
Yeah, give him a small break.
Then Kijani, what you do, you papa making it one bust up your mouth.
I didn't do anything to him. He just doesn't like the fact that I'm coming to take over.
Oh! You hear that, people? Kijani
Yeah.
say, my comfort take over.
Yeah,
And-
there's a few things that as a grown as a man
Yeah,
that I always wanted to do. I
yeah.
always wanted to have him see directly what it is that I do for a living and what I spend my time doing in terms of work and all that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
Last weekend we had the opportunity for him to come and do I wanted to wait until he was 18 to have him do it. But last week was the time and he's 17 going on 18.
Kijani,
So it was
relax,
incredible.
yeah, relax. Kijani, you relax. Oh my God, Ja! Rastafari, ever living, ever faithful, ever sure.
Yeah.
Oh, and it so suits you. Oh, you look wonderful.
Yes.
Oh, youth as a son,
Look.
Kevin. How you feel about that?
Look, it is what it is, and we go through life and all that kind of stuff. But I could not be more pleased. He's a good youth, and it's not that he's perfect because he's a teenager and they're growing up and going through all their different stuff. But he's a good youth. I really not only do I love him because of him, but I like him. I respect him. I appreciate him.
Kevin, you know, see
It's a
my
different
beard
vibe.
up. You know, see him beard up.
He's growing, man.
Oh my God.
He's absolutely growing, and
Look at the old Marion.
Yes.
Oh my God.
Yes, he's
Oh, I'll be taller than you.
Well, he's getting there. He's getting there. Not quite yet, but he's getting there.
Kijan, it's such a joy to see you. Oh gosh, I'm so surprised. I'm so happy. I'm so happy. Oh my God, looking so handsome. Well, you've done a good job in that you can pat yourself off. The result, you can see you're reaping a great harvest because you fed him well and you grew him well. Wow, isn't that wonderful?
What I would say is just that as a parent, the one thing I've always tried to do is I always try to do right by him.
Yes.
And I always try to do right by him, and I always try to remember the days when I was young and the different things that I was going through and the kind of support that I would have wanted and all that kind of thing. And at the same time, just to be mindful that there are certain things that I would have wanted as a kid that I realized that it was good that I didn't get it at the time that I wanted it, because then it teaches me to kind of hustle and work for yourself and appreciate what comes and, you know. But overall, yeah, I can't complain. He's a good youth.
Wow, and he's not one of the lazy youths them.
No, he's a good youth. He's a good youth. And
make up in bed and them something there.
He's getting better. he's a typical teenager, Mama B. Don't get it twisted. He's a typical teenager. But what I think is beautiful about it is that I watch his development. And we're at the space right now. Again, my job is always just to help him to connect. My job is not to dictate how it is that he lives his life. It's just to help him to connect so he can make good choices and make good decisions.
Yes.
So as it relates to like him making up his bed, as it relates to him, you know, keeping the space that he's in clean, I give him the same encouragement or the same rule that I have, you know, in my life, which is clean up after yourself and add value wherever you go. Yes. You know, that's my thing for him as well, you know.
So we're going and he's coming. What would you like to see in the next 60 years for him that would make him reap a good harvest for children, teenagers, his age group?
Well, if it is that one would say that I'm a good dad or can classify me as a good dad, I would say that the one thing that would make me a good dad is that I'm always, as much as I can, I'm honest to him. And I live my life in front of him. So he sees me when I'm going through the frustrations, and at the same time, him see me when I go after my dreams.
Yes.
He was there when I was training for the Commonwealth Games. He's there when I'm working on some of these projects with different companies and different people. So he sees what I do, but even more so, I was talking about it this morning, that even when things weren't so pretty, in my house, you always had books. There was audiobooks playing all through the course of the day and the night. And so when I listen to him talk now, when I listen to his level of reasoning, I recognize that a lot of the stuff that I never, you know, things that I get.
Yes.
A lot of that stuff was seeping in, and it was at an early age that that these things. So at a very early age, like from him born, him just come and listen to certain kind of things. The books that I was into, the things I was into. You know, because of the audio version of them, I often got involved with. Him go through them.
So, the proof of the pudding is in the eating. Last month, June, we celebrated a day as Father's Day. So, come here, Kijani. Is he all of that and a bag of chips as our daddy?
Yes, indeed he is. I've always looked up to my dad. Even when I was younger and we had our difficulties, it was always a thing where we can have our fights, we can have our disagreements, but we can always come back and just be one. We can always just come back and be a father and son and be connected.
Wow.
So yeah, he is all the bag of chips.
Jesus! You hear that, Kevin? Testimony from your picnic, you know, from your seed.
And that I become never thump him in the mouth this morning. Steer him.
Oh, what time? You never get no breakfast this morning, so you were what, miserable?
I was so miserable. He woke me up out of my sleep. I went to bed at like 12 last night, 1 o'clock. So he woke me up this morning and I went back to sleep because he woke me up at what, 7:30? Because we had to go, but I went to bed, so he came back down at 8 o'clock and he was
whoa,
upset.
give me a minute. It's now 10:30. Yeah, you were saying?
It is now 10:30. He woke me up this morning, so yeah, he woke me up this morning. He was so upset because I was laying down in bed and he was ready to go, and I was like, oh, I don't want to go here. So he got all upset. He was like, I'm gonna punch you in your face.
I know. So
You're gonna punch him in his face. Oh, and he was serious or he was just
No,
kidding?
he was serious. He was really.
Oh, Kevin.
he's taking it to a whole other level now. But I have a topic there about No, but the thing about it, it's been good because I wake up at 4 o'clock in the mornings and I do a meditation and my vibes. And by about 6:30, some days 5:30. Tuesdays and Thursdays at 5:30, I teach a core, just an exercise program down a Barbican football field. So in the mornings, you know, him come out and him not used to waking up early, but in the mornings he comes out, we go for our jogs. It's been lovely, man. I haven't seen him since the pandemic, right? So it's been incredible to have him home.
Oh,
I couldn't be more.
You mentioned something about him leaving. Him a go where so quick?
Yeah, well, I'm taking a couple of athletes to the Commonwealth Games, so I leave on Sunday for the games.
Yeah.
Taking
We
a couple
could
of
do
rest
some
lads.
live from over the Commonwealth game via phone. You can't do the program.
Of course we can. Of course we can, as long as you can call and WhatsApp and stuff. We can.
Yeah, that would be great. Yeah. So you have to send him back to Canada then, so you can go to
he's going. Yeah, he's going away on. He's going back on after I do.
Oh.
But well, again, it's been an absolute joy and wow. Parenting, I'm telling you, the best thing that you can do as a parent is be yourself. The best you can do as a human being is to be yourself, because the people who you need will eventually come around. But if you're not being yourself and people come when them find out that it's not you, them gone. So you might as well be yourself. So when them come and what them buck up on, I just naturally, authentically you that.
Oh, Kevin, can I say thank you so much for bringing Kijani. Every week back for you, my youth.
I heard.
Yes.
Yeah.
So I hope I see you again before you fly out. Because you look like you take plane like minibus these days, eh?
Yes, ma'am.
Jesus. That Kevin, you have to go walk out for pay for them, the plane ticket.
No. You see, that's the thing. At the stage where he's at right now, I'm figuring that he'll be able to take care of himself. And again, Kijani have hot taste, you know. You see, Kijani taste is very expensive.
Is it?
And so therefore,
him chest high.
Yes. So as a result of him taste being expensive and him chest high, him also recognize that he's at the stage right now where he's gonna have to start footing the bill for the things that he likes. And of course him have a couple of jobs right now. In between. Him juggle a pretty decent schedule. Him have him work, him have him school, him have him athletics.
Him let off like buy a cup of beers or something. Are you mean with it?
No, man, he's a good kid. He's a good kid. I just want him to start preparing for his future. There's a lot of mistakes that I made, and I'd love for him to be able to balance.
Oh, wonderful. So, Kevin, until next time, Kijani, anybody you want big up before we come off here? From Woolmers or nobody?
No.
No? Okay. It's all about daddy then, yeah?
It's all about that, yeah.
Oh!
Yeah. Today it is. Until we get home and he calls his friends, and once him friend them arrive, the whole pile of them, you see everybody in the pool, everybody gone to them, and me, them, they remember that I'm in the house.
Okay, all right. Okay, my people, there you have it, bonding with father and son. Isn't it wonderful? Thank you guys for staying tuned. Thank my team, you, my son. Thank you guys so much.